As expected, a little reality check out there on this Thursday. Of course, colder air pouring in. We started about 24 hours ago as that cold air undercut some of the moisture. That produced some light snow showers. Mainly dry today once we got rid of those early, but the January weather pattern, that is going to stay in place. We got some minor accumulation potential and low overall impacts mainly tomorrow night into Saturday, but now, well, something we'll have to watch later tonight into early tomorrow here in the Bluegrass and back toward Louisville. But the bigger story, I think, overall is going to be more cold and low wind chills later in the holiday weekend, of course, with the King holiday coming up on Monday. Satellite and radar here. A few light snow showers earlier going by the wayside. Point your attention back here to northern Missouri and parts of east central Iowa. That's a wave of energy. It's going to rotate down into the Ohio Valley, and that is the system that's going to possibly produce a few light snow showers in the morning. It's got a lot of dry air at the surface to overcome, but more on that in a second. Checking out Mount Sterling, Montgomery County in front of the courthouse. 27. Winds have been brisk out of the west at about 10 to 15. You see some sunshine, of course, with the sun setting here as we speak. At least blue skies trying to pop through the clouds there in Jackson County near McKee, where it's 23. So we're going to back things off here going into the evening hours. We're still mainly low to mid 20s. Of course, we're much colder than we were even 24 hours ago when temperatures were beginning to drop and enough wind to have our wind chills into the teens. So the system off to the northwest, that's going to rotate in here. Again, not a lot of moisture with it, not going to be a major event. First things first, wind shifts southwest overnight. So we drop back low 20s right after midnight, and then we actually rise a bit toward daybreak. But look at the little speck of blue there rotating through Louisville Metro, Frankfort, and then just to the north of Lexington. Given that's between 4 and 9 a.m., Weather Service is playing safe. And they've got a winter weather advisory out Frankfort, Lexington, and points to the north, basically along and north of I-64 from Lexington to Louisville. And the reason for that is it's not the amount. It's given the road temperatures are going to be well down into the 20s, and this coincides with the morning commute. So anything that could potentially accumulate, that's not a guarantee, would have an impact on your morning commute. So just keep that in mind. Now, once we get past that, the southwest flow winds out, and we're all the way into the low 40s, which is actually where we should be for this time of the year. And then the next system comes in, rain, and then, of course, the colder air undercuts it. And I think this one, compared to yesterday, has a little more potential as far as laying some snow on the ground. But as far as the impact, the good news is it's heading into a weekend, so we're not dealing with a weekday morning commute with this one. So just kind of broad brushing things here. A light coating, yeah, there could be up to an inch, but it's going to be in very isolated areas, kind of zip code accumulations almost, like a postage stamp, just around the area wherever there's a little burst. It will vary. It's not going to be overly uniform here. Beyond Saturday, we're just dealing with more cold because this secondary trough Saturday, that's going to allow temperatures to drop off. So the 33 will be early, and that's one of the reasons why we're only looking at mid-20s. In fact, I think Sunday is almost going to be kind of a mirror of what we have today because wind chills come into play. They'll drop as temperatures drop, and then look at Sunday morning. We were in the single digits this morning. We'll do it again on Sunday, and then afternoon, the wind chills will be into the teens. So it is going to be cold on Sunday. Tomorrow, yes, we do manage to get back up to around average, but after that, we're below the curve. Reinforcing shot of colder air comes in later on the King holiday. So we'll remain into the mid-20s. Coldest morning is on Tuesday. We're upper single digits, not off the table. And then we do begin to moderate things a little bit heading into the mid part of next week. So clouds continue to increase, early lows in the low 20s. Flurries most of the area, but some legitimate snow showers around daybreak here in the Bluegrass westward. Then mostly cloudy and breezy, up to 42 tomorrow with some rain changing over to snow. And again, some light accumulation possible into Saturday morning. Mid-20s through the King holiday and Tuesday. But look at the jump, making a run at the mid-40s by the mid part of next week.